The South Sydney Rabbitohs season is alive, but only just, after yesterday's 42-28 defeat of the West Tigers in front of a crowd of 16,284. Welcome back to Bunnies TV. I've had the week off and missed a few things, but we had a bit of a false start there at the start as well, but we're back. And the Bunnies had a good win up there at Gosford yesterday. Didn't manage to get up there, but I had Milo up there and he's got some reports for me from the game. Welcome to everyone who's live chatting here on the show, and I've already got some people in there. Keon Edits, a young fella, said hello, Mavo. And we've got Karina Haza, our German ambassador, said hello, Mavo, and good day to all. Karina, all the way from Germany. So we do go across Australia and around the globe here, live and free on Bunnies TV. So a little bit to catch up on, but first of all, the first grade. Here's the equation. We've got 7 wins, but all the sides in the top 8 have got 9 wins or more. However, some of those teams with 9 wins do play each other, and that will happen as the run goes into the finals, so that'll help. As an example, the Cowboys and Bulldogs play tonight, and they have both won 9 games. So there's going to be teams that are falter. As long as we keep winning, we are a chance. Can we make a run to the finals? Let me know in the chat. It's going to be tough because we have to play 7 more games. Of those 7, we've got to play the whole top 4. So here's what it is. Next week, we've got a away game to the Raiders. Then we play the Sharks, who are coming second. We're away to the Storm, who are first, obviously. Then we've got the Tigers again, away. The Knights at home. Then we've got the Panthers, who are coming third. And finally, the Roosters, who are sitting 4th on the table. So it's a possibility, but as you can imagine, it is quite remote because it's going to be hard. We've got to basically beat all or most of these opponents who are above us on the ladder. And in the press conference yesterday, Ben Hornby said Trell Mitt will be a minimum 4 weeks from when he got the injury. So, he might be back around when we play the Storm. We'll see what happens, but we're going to miss him. We have got Mango Django in there. And he said we can only lose 1 now. So, yeah, well, even that, it's going to be hard. You really need to win them all, but we'll see how we go. Jason Marsh said, how about the win last night, mate? Too good. So let's talk about that anyway. So look, win, lose or draw, we're going to report on the team here on Bunnies TV. And welcome, like I said, everyone who's live chatting. Thank you for jumping in there and helping me out with the show. We scored 7 tries to 5. And Damien Cook in his 200th game, what a game he had. Man of the match performance. He kicked 7 from 8 in his 200th game from the club. Apparently he won a kickoff at training during the week and he wanted the job. So he wanted it, he got it, and look what he did. Unbelievable. He had 2 try assists, Cookie. He ran for 156 metres, and he made 30 tackles playing out of position at centre for 55 minutes of the game after Richie Kenner copped a knock and failed a HIA. I hope you're okay, Richie, if you're watching this. And Cookie went close to scoring at least a couple of times himself. And Milo, reporting for Bunnies TV at the ground, said Cookie was his man of the match as well. We had 54% of possession, which helps. And we completed at 82%, which is good, against the Tigers, who only completed at 70%. They dropped a bit of ball, as you would have seen if you watched the game. And South only conceded 2 penalties to the Tigers 7. So that's good discipline. So they got that right. Anyway. However, our defence was soft at times and not good enough, especially around the ruck. We did miss less tackles than the Tigers, but they are last on the ladder, so that's nothing to write home about. On the occasion, we made a very ordinary side look pretty good. They played a bit of good footy, but you're going to get that from every side you play. And Jimmy's joined us in the chat. He said he was at the game yesterday for the scoreline of 42-28. Well, there you go. I hope you enjoyed it, mate. Looks like a good ground up there at Gosford. So let's go through the tries. We'll savour the good stuff, the positives. Try number 1, Cookie got the ball out the back for Davey Mawali, who put on a bit of footwork. And Davey was powerful in the limited minutes he got, he barged over to score. Good try from the big fella. And they gave him a bit of praise on the Fox call too, because I watched the replay again, went through a few of the highlights. And then Cookie stood up for his first kick in 8 years. So, 8 years ago, in his first year at South in 2016, Damien Cook kicked 7 from 8. So he wasn't too bad back then with the shots he had. But, however, he missed this one, the first kick. And it wasn't a real hard one. And we all thought, oh, hello, this is going to be more drama. Scott Parker's joined us. He said, we've missed Cam and Jai big time. Well, look, we have. And, it has been a wretched season. For all the, we've got to win all these games. It's probably not going to happen. But look who we've got out, Some of our best players. We've missed Campbell Graham just about for the whole year. We lost Tass. The list goes on. Some of our best. And, Tyrone Munro was looking like he could be anything, and he's gone. Junior Totola, one of our best forwards. So it has been a hard season for us, but let's just hope we can salvage some pride and keep winning some footy games and knock off a few of these top 4 sides. Knock off a few of the games and win a few of the games that, we thought we might not win. And Jason Marsh said, yeah, mate, I think we found our kicker. The man didn't even know he had it in him, I bet. Well, yeah, he does like having a kick at training, and I would have liked to have seen that kick off. Like I said, I couldn't get there this week for a few different reasons, but, that would have been good to watch. And it looks like it's his job now to keep until Trell comes back, if he does. I'm just wondering whether if things keep going the wrong way, whether he just goes and has surgery, the big fella, but watch this space. Try 2, Tane Milne. He stood in front of Jack Whiten at first receiver on the last tackle, gets the ball, puts it on the toe, and Cody responds, comes across, and as Cody does, Johnny on the spot, picks it up and scores, and that was a bit of a lucky one, that try number 2. David Gardner's joined us from NZ, Allo champion. He said, hey, Mavo, realistically, I can't see us making the finals without Trell. Yeah, well, and we don't have Cam next week against the Raiders. It's going to be tough. Look, if we do, it'll be something special. There's no doubt about that. Try number 4. Back to what I was saying. Pete Mamazelos to Cody, with Tom running a decoy, big Thomas Burgess. Then Cody passes to Cheeks, Michael Cheekham, who stands and offloads again like he did against the Eels beautifully. Mamazelos gets the offload and passes it out to Jack Whiten, who passes on to Tane. Then a one-handed offload in the tackle for AJ to score try 195. And that leaves him 18 tries short of greatness now. I did put up a graphic that said 18 tries to go. And someone on Twitter, a gentleman, I forget his name now, he said, oh, it's actually 17. And it's not 18. Well, I probably should have worded it properly. If you're watching this, mate, I didn't actually clarify what I meant. Yes, it's going to be 17 for him to draw level with Ken Irvine on 212, but it's going to be 18 to break the record. 213 is going to be the new mark that he's going to set, and that try that he scores is going to be the one that everyone's going to remember, number 18. And he'll get there probably not this year, unless he scores a few hat-tricks. He's going all right, but it's probably going to be early next year that he's going to break the record. And there's a bit of chat going on there. It's good to see the live chatters getting engaged in the show. So that was try number 4. Welcome again to everyone. It's good to be back. I missed the captain's run, and there was a couple of games I didn't stream, but apologies to those people. Then from that try, AJ in the corner, Cookie has a kick from the sideline, and Brandy and Vossi on the call, they were loving Cookie's work, and so was I. Who wasn't? The beach sprinter. What a game he had. It was just smiles all round for South fans. He knocks it over from the sideline. And Brandy backed him in because Vossi said, you're going to back him in, Brandy? He goes, mate, he's striking him well. I'm backing him in. And Brandy was a goal kicker so he could see something. And then when he did knock it over from the sideline, Andrew Voss said, we have found a new golden boot. So maybe a bit of an exaggeration, but hey, look, he's kicked 14 from 16 in his career now. And his career percentage accuracy is 87.5%, which is better than Nathan Cleary. Nathan Cleary's had quite a few more shots, but it is what it is. Let's see if he can keep it up. Now, a great try to the Tigers just before half-time. Saw us take a backward step where we have a bad habit of conceding a try just before half-time. We've got to eliminate that. But that was a good bit of footy, you must admit. They threw the ball around and caught us just down that left side. Try number 5. Now, Tigers fullback Buller catches the ball from the kickoff and passes the winger Luke Lualili, who drops it cold. Felt sorry for him. It's picked up by Cookie, and I thought, oh, Cookie's going to score, and he's 200th game, and he just collided, I think, a bit with Gags, but then he offloaded to Cody, who was just on the spot again, and Cody scored try number 2. That was a good one too. Matt Dixon's joined us again. Hello, mate. Thanks for joining us. And Jason Marsh said, what a great day to be a Bunnies fan. Well, yes, it was. Super Saturday. The Bunnies win. Everyone's happy. Get up this morning on Sunday. Sunny skies. Happy days. And you're watching Bunnies TV, live and free, across Australia and around the globe. Cookie scored try number 5. Try number 6, Lever Havili had a good run, and he stood in the tackle with 3 defenders in the tackle and played the ball, and Pete Mamazelos just backed himself and barged through to score. And he did well, young Pistol Pete, after he rolled his ankle just before it, and it looked quite nasty, and he got the tape on, and I thought, oh, hello, but the tape was off later, and he recovered, and he scored a try, and he had a pretty good game, I thought, Mamazelos. Peter Bennett, speaking of Peters, has joined us. He said, hi, Mavo. Hope you are well. I'm not allowed to live chat because of my political incorrectness. Keep up the good work, Spartan. Well, mate, we can be, freedom of speech in the chat. It's just, if it's too politically incorrect, I just won't read it out. So, feel free to say what you want, mate. But, obviously we like to keep it all a little bit more positive here. Constructive criticisms are good, which, we can often find solutions in our live chat. So, this is why I like this show, because it's not just me up here. It's all you guys in the chat helping me out, giving me some good topics to chat about. And quite often there's stuff that I've missed that you might let me know about in here. Thank you very much. Pistol Pete scored. Then the hip drop by Aiden Caesar, and he got put in the sin bin. Looked nasty on young Jai Gray, and I thought, oh, he's just come back from a high ankle sprain. I thought he's going to get another one, the pocket rocket. But young Jaiza shook it off, and not only did he shake it off, he scores try number 7, and it was a ripper. It was very similar to the move that they used against the Eels a couple of times, and regulars on the show will remember I've described that. It's like they have a lot of decoy runners, so let me just take you through it. Pete Mamazelos gives it to Sean Kepi this time, first receiver, and big Sean Kepi has big Tom Burgess running a decoy, so 2 of the biggest blokes on the field. Kepi passes out the back to Jack Whiten. Then when Jack Whiten gets the ball, he's got Cheekam on his inside, running a decoy, and Tane running through the line. Players in motion. Jack passes out the back to Jai in space, and he beats centre Solomona Fatape cold, beats him cold. And then another defender comes in, and he carries him over, keeps the ball up and scores. It was beautiful. And Cody Walker said it in the press conference. He's so elusive, Jai. He's strong. He wouldn't pick it, but he's very strong runner of the ball. And Brandy was loving Jai's work. He said, Jai Gray looks threatening every time he touches the ball. He does. And look, regulars to the show will remember, I've got big raps on this kid. I was tipping you into him well before he was playing first grade, because I was watching him playing SG ball and pathways and Flegg. So, well done to Jai. Hope you're okay. Hope there's no more ankle injuries, and we just want you to play plenty of footy in this team. Keon Edit said, doesn't Dean Hawkins come back from the quad injury? Yeah, well, that's right. Well, we don't know about so many injuries. It's can't keep track of them all. But, yep, Footy Dean was kicking well, especially in New South Wales Cup. I'm going to talk about the other grades coming up soon, but Fletcher Myers has been kicking goals, filling a void there in the Cup. So other notable performances. I did mention AJ, but Alex Johnston, he scored his 54th, I think it was, career multiple try game, which is more than anyone ever has done. He's now scored 195. So, like I said, the race to 213 continues. And it's, you might think I'm rattled on a bit about this, but look, this guy is a legend, and they'll be talking about him in 100 years' time, about this guy, Alex Johnston, who scored the most tries, just like they're talking about Ken Irvine, the bloke who was the they couldn't catch on the wing back in the day. And, you know, shout out to all the fans out in PNG. They love this guy. He's their hero, and so he should be, because he's doing something that no one's ever done. And that's to be applauded and celebrated, because he's doing it wearing the mighty red and green. Jack Whiten had a try assist and another 12 runs and ran for over 100 metres again. So when you're 5'8", running for over 100 metres, it's good work. And no one can question Jack's commitment to success of this team. Cody, 2 tries. Again, he just knows where to be at the right place at the right time. Peter Mamazelos, I mentioned him. Now he came on for Cookie, and he backed himself a couple of times. You could see he tried to score a few times before that, and he didn't give up because he just sort of knew that he would catch a weakening West Tigers defence in the middle, and he did. So that's what he sort of gives you, Pete. You know, he's a good footy player, as you can see. He good in attack, solid defender, and can score a try, which is just what you want from your guy playing dummy half. Tallis Duncan, his first 80-minute performance. So his first time he's got to play 80 minutes. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he was outstanding. He was running the ball well. His defence was top-notch. He topped the tackle count with 37. And I'm sure he will have benefited from that experience. At one stage, Brandy said he moves well. And, you know, he is. He's a good mover with the ball. So well done to Tallis Duncan. And, you know, I'm glad he got a lot of minutes out there yesterday. Keon Kalamatangi, the man in the middle. 24 runs, 209 metres, 78 post-contact metres, which was the most from any player on either side. So he was the hardest worker out of anyone there yesterday, 34 players. It was nothing spectacular, but just an incredibly valuable contribution to the win. So you don't have to be scoring tries and, you know, making try-saving tackles. You just got to be doing what Keon is doing in the middle, taking your team forward and getting through a mountain of work, which helps you win. Well done. Big fella. Now, I've just seen Jason Marsh said Tom Burgess' work rate and hit-ups were phenomenal. He was always there when you needed him. You'll be missed, Tom, and whoever takes your position definitely has big shoes to fill, big boots to fill. That's correct. So, yeah. What a legend he's been for this club, Big Tom. And yesterday the same. So a couple of charges, some post-contact meters, and, you know, just imagine you're playing for the Tigers and you've been playing the whole game, and this big fella comes at you like, you know, 10 times a game, and you just go, what do I do here? I know what it's like when guys like, you know, Paul Sirenan were running at me. So that's what he's sort of like. He's in that class of player. Big, mobile, tough as they come. Big Thomas Burgess will be missed. Carlix has jumped in and said Ilias and Dean have both been told they can look elsewhere, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, well, that's what I've heard too. So there's going to be a carousel of players at the end of this year, there's no doubt. Yeah, I don't know, you know. We'll just see. We'll have to wait and see who goes, who comes in. It's all coming up, though, because we are, round 21 next week, and like I said, 7 games to go before finals footy, and we might not be there in any grade. Except maybe the women's. We're going to get to that too. Also, Blanky played his 3rd game, Liam LeBlanc, and he didn't look out of place out there again. I noticed his work on the Fox League call. Vossi and Brandy praised him a couple of times. And I've got no doubt that Ben Hornby was pleased with what he saw again too. So, yeah, Liam LeBlanc, he's a bright light and a dark day season. So, yeah, good work, mate. Really, he's a good bloke too, young Blanky. Terrific young fella. So I did mention round 21. Next week, Sunday the 28th of July, 6:15, we take on the Raiders, the Green Machine, down there at GIO Stadium in Canberra. And that'll be a double header. The New South Wales Cup are on at 3:50 as well next Sunday. Let's move on to New South Wales Cup. Well, first of all, I've got a bit carried away with what was going on. There was the score there. There's the tries. It was a 7-5 win. And I did like the big smile from Cookie there. And Milo, he sent some pics through. Let's just have a look at these. So there's a bloke in the crowd. A few crowd shots. There's Mick Tasker in the Burrow. And there's the crowd, 16,285. Beautiful ground there at Gosford. And then happy howdy to Poppy. And there's AJ, 212, 195. That's the equation now. Right, so now we'll move on. And the New South Wales Cup score was 44-24. And who else we got there? It's boys. Oscar's jumped in, and he said, hey, mate, how are you? I'm good, thank you. And Matt Dixon said the Rabbitohs need to buy a prop for next year. Well, we do. We definitely need to replace Big Thomas Burgess, no doubt about that. But, yeah, have a look there. We've got New South Wales Cup, 8 tries to 4, a double to Tommy Fletcher and also to Ryan Gray. Milo said that Ryan Gray was his man of the match, and have a look at this video that Milo shot from behind the post.
Second hit up of this set. Oh, here we go. Ryan Gray again. Too easy. South are running away with this.
Yeah, so that was Milo. A little bit of footage there. Ryan Gray, 2 tries. So I did speak to Milo this morning, and he said Ryan Gray was his man of the match. He had a top game. He also said that Buddy Gordon was good, the ageless warrior. Tom Fletcher, good to be back. And Dion Tialpa. Milo also reckons that Fletcher Myers has been a great addition, and he has. His goal kicking has been a real bonus of late. So, yeah, it really has. Now, before I go into the women's, I want to apologise. I didn't do their game. I planned to do it, but I have been a bit ill during the week. I had to have some time off work, so that's why I didn't do the captain's run and I didn't do a midweek game. It was my daughter Jasmine's 29th birthday, so we went out on Saturday. So there's a few things happening. Happy birthday, Jazz. And I also missed an under-15s game during the week where we took on a team visiting from New Zealand, Kota Hitanga. Our boys led 38-0 at half-time. But then the visitors stormed back and it was 38-34. So me and Milo were going to call that game. And because I was crook as, I couldn't do it. And it was an avalanche of points. It would have been great for the channel. But we'll get you next time, young fellas and ladies. We just had to have the week off. Now the women's. Let's get down to the graphic. So the women's score, they had their second win. It was 4 tries to 3. And have a look there. Look at all the tries early. It was Janae Collins opened the scoring. Terza Donovan got a double and Sian Filippo. But there was a heap of tries in the first. There was 6 tries scored in the first 14 minutes. And there was a young lady called Kiara McGregor. There she is. She's the star young half, 5'8", that's come up from Lisa Fiola. So only 17 years old, just turned 18 to be eligible to play in the women's. And Coach Jason Doherty gave her debut yesterday in the halves with the experienced Madison Studden. And it looks like it worked because they got the win. Now, that's 2 wins and 1 loss. So they're going all right, our ladies. Congratulations. Also, congrats to Janae Collins. She's been named 18th woman for the first 2 games. She was also named 18th woman this week, but got the call-up and started at hooker and scored in the second minute. So well done to Janae. And I spoke to her this morning and she said it was so nice to be back out there again. So well done. Got your chance, scored a meat pie in the second minute, and we scored another try. Must have been, it was in the second minute as well, so we went straight back down and scored again. Beautiful. Thank you very much. Also, congrats to the girl that scored the second try in the second minute. Terza Donovan, she was a late inclusion and scored 2 in her first game in the red and green for 2024. Beautiful work. Good work to that young lady. There was another 2 that played their first games for the year, Ashley Nolan and Chloe Buttigieg. So a few changes made by Coach Jason Doherty. A few ladies given opportunities, and so far, so good. Next Sunday, 1 p.m., 28th of July, they play the Eels at Eric Tweedle Stadium in Maryland. So anyone out there, go out and support the girls. Hopefully they get win number 3 for the year. We'll move on to the Flegg briefly because they went down to the Roosters And there it is, 28-8. They were down 28-0. And then we late come back 2 tries to Dane Towns and Rowan McIntosh, Big Red. But yeah, their season has not been good. And let's hope they can turn it around late in the year. They've got the bye next week. So I think all the Fleggs got the bye next week for whatever reason. Quick mention of Origin. How good was that, the win for the Blues? And thank you to Michelle Cheney who sent through the photo of, there's Corey Murray, that's Cameron's dad, and Cam and Michelle down there in Melbourne. And Michelle's friend, Michelle went down there but didn't have a ticket. She was down there for work because she works for Global Mouse Travel, who supports us here on the show. And she had a friend at the game who sent some video through for Bunnies TV. So this was just a little bit that we got. Yeah, so Liam Martin, there was one stage there where he's just the look on his face, and I think Joey said it, look at his eyes. He's got crazy eyes, and that was the commitment the Blues showed. I mean, it was one of the best games of football I've ever seen. They were just, it was a battle, and, you know, no tries in the first half, but it just had everything. Both teams just threw everything at each other. It was like an intensity of a game that you never get to see. It was a rare thing, that game, mate. Game 3 of Origin was something that was like I said, it was so special. And for us to break through at the end and get those late tries, you know, unbelievable. Bradman Best, Luai up the left, Mitch Moses. It was just a special, special win. And it was about time the Blues got a win. You know, they were a good side. Congrats to, you know, all the Rabbitohs involved. Latrell in game 2. Cam, games 2 and 3. It was just a real, real special win. Seth Payne's jumped in. He said, "G'day, Mavo. Floppy win yesterday, but it's a win. Keeps us in the race for the 8." Well, that's true. It is. It wasn't impressive, but it's 2 points. Chris Cook's jumped in. He said, "Ugly, but we will take it." I've been crook like you've been crook. Well, there you go. No good, mate. Yeah, I was violently ill. Let me tell you, it wasn't good. A South win and a Roosters loss, even better. Yeah, well, there you go. So that's a good weekend for us here in Bunnies TV. South win, Chooks get rolled. 2 thumbs up. Yeah. And Chris Cook said, Moale only played 2 minutes for his second stint yesterday. I found that a bit strange. His first stint was great. Yeah, well, I saw that too. Yeah, I said limited minutes. And, whereas Kepi played like 55 minutes and Davey only got the 20-odd. So maybe there's something going on there. Hopefully he's not another injury. We don't need that. TSG's in there. G'day, mate. And he said 2-week suspension to Murray is pathetic. Yeah, well, they were talking about it on the footy show this morning. And, yeah, like it's not an all-in brawl. There's no punches being thrown. It's just guys running in and shaking each other and all that. So it's not really a massive crime. I've just thrown my pen away. It's not really a massive crime. So, yeah, as far as I'm concerned, yeah, he got the sin bin, but there's no suspension for that. Come on, you know. And the bloke that got suspended because he went in with his suit on, like, anyway. I agree. And we're going to miss Cam, obviously, when we really need him the most. Yeah, unfortunate that was. So, yeah, thanks again, Michelle, from Global Mouse Travel, for sending through that stuff, for helping me out on Bunnies TV. Everyone that's live chatting, thank you as well. I won't keep you as much longer. We are brought to you by the Juniors group of clubs, and they've got some Mexican on the menu at the Juniors Maroubra. Head up there and check that out. Looked beautiful. You're watching this on our George's camera, our Canon camcorder. SEQI2. Hope you didn't get affected too badly by the IT dramas the other day. What a debacle that was. I spoke to Michael from SCQIT. He said, no, we were pretty good. We don't use that server. Please subscribe. If you're watching this now on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. You can do it for free. You can follow us also on all the socials, X, also on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. The new Instagram's ticking along nicely. I want to get that to 10,000, so please follow me there if you're not already. So, yeah, thanks for coming and watching the show. It's good to be back. I'm feeling better now. And let's hope we can put on a historic run home to the finals. We shall see. I'll catch you later.